Hey guys, so I did say that we were going to continue the quest, but before we do that, there's a couple things I noticed that popped up here in the heart of the forest. One is our buddy Dreamweaver here.
Hello there.
I knew you were something special when Ysera's wild seed reacted to you. Without you, she would have been lost. It would have been a tragedy, not just for Ardenweald, but your world as well. Since then, I have seen you take on many more tasks to help others in need. With your help, Ardenweald grows stronger. I would be honored to help you continue the good work that you have been doing, and to become your soulbind.
Night embrace you.
Right, so Dreamweaver is now a soulbind.
What brings you here?
I just know that together we can save Ardenweald and all the spirits who slumber here.
Float on the wind.
So, let's take a look at Dreamweaver as a soulbind. So, he's got Pod Tender. When you take damage that would kill you, instead rejuvenate within a wild seed, regaining 30% of HP over 10 seconds. If the wild seed takes more than 10,000 damage during this time, you die. The effect may only occur once every 10 minutes. So it's a nice little get-out-of-jail-free card, basically. And, of course, conduit slots, another conduit slot. When your soothing voice. When your roots, stuns, and incapacitating class effects expire or are dispelled, your target's movement speed is reduced. When at least 2 allies are within 8 yards, versatility increased by 3% for 5 seconds. When this expires, 2 nearby allies gain 33% of this effect for 5 seconds before passing it back to you. 10% of your overhealing received or done remains as a shield on the target. Interesting. And of course, conduit slot. When falling farther than 20 yards, fairy dust slows your fall for the next 30 seconds. This cannot occur more often than once per minute. After spending 60 seconds in a rested area, you gain increased movement speed for 30 minutes, 20%. Wow. That's kind of nice. Convoke the spirits puts flowers at your feet for 20 seconds that increase your haste by 12% while you stand with them. Huh. Okay. Interesting. And then I also noticed that Ysera had something else that she wanted to say to us here. By the way, yes, in case you noticed and were wondering, I decided to go ahead and switch up my transmog. I decided to go a little old school. This is the Tier 1 set from Vanilla, from Molten Core. I recently finally finished it by getting the chess piece here. It took forever for it to drop because it's Molten Core. Of course it took forever to drop. And so I decided, let's go ahead and toss this on, just to go a little old school and just kind of show off that I finally finished this Tier 1 set. Plus, this allows me to be able to show off the Scythe of Elune that I spent a lot of time getting. This appearance, anyway, because this is the secret appearance that you get for getting Exalted with the Dreamweavers and then getting 2 separate pieces, basically like the Thunder Fury bindings. You have to buy one from the vendor, then you have to get one to drop from the first boss in the Dark Heart Thicket dungeon from Legion in Val Shara. So, and I just think it looks really cool. It looks like it's on an actual blade. It's almost like an ignited flame here, like as if it's some kind of lightsaber. But anyways.
My long slumber has ended.
I learned that Sylvanas burned Teldrassil. I felt my heart break for the Night Elves. And that was only the beginning. We know now that the souls lost that day did not go to their intended rest. But you have the power to begin to correct that. If you find yourself in the Maw, look for any of those lost. Please, bring them home.
Night embrace you, mortal.
So, we We have a quest to go back down there in order to save some souls. It's in the maw, not, oh, okay, so we have to go to this specific area. Interesting.
The hunt.
Well, I can do that later.
My heart for Arden.
For now, let's go try and investigate what's going on with these apparent missing Loa. There's even a calling to actually go take down 3 rares or special encounters in the maw, so I can perhaps work on that as well, since that also gives me some renown. Okay, so we gotta go check on Mamtoth and Terenja. I don't recall the names of these two. I wonder if some familiar names we have encountered are about to pop up here. Okay, fine. Oh gosh, I'm surrounded by a lot. That's a lot, that's a lot. Oh gosh. Okay, let's do this. Oh, he's just gonna follow us now. He's like, look, I'm gonna be going around with you to make sure that things go alright.
Toranja be worshipped by the Drakari till them turn on him. It'd be mighty hard to find loyal followers these days.
Yeah, the Drakari. Looks like this guy is also on this quest. Oh, what about this one? Gonna have to take out this Hydra here too, right? Alright, give me a sec. Oh. Of course, I can't jump back. It is a little frustrating that it takes me out of Moonkin to heal myself. But I have to then shift back.
Mom thought be resting real peaceful now. Shame about that nasty business back in Zuldrak.
Yeah. Zuldrak. Dambala. In fact, hold on a second. I just want to kind of confirm this. Oh wait, no, that was Gundrak. Yeah, the Trolls of Zuldrak. Yeah. I thought for a moment that, you know, when he's, you know that boss where he's like, something a beat, bigger! I thought that's what he actually was, utilizing the power of, and what we were actually kind of referencing there. That's not good.
Dambala's wild seed be missing. Only the husk left behind. We best be hurrying and find old Hakar.
Hakar? I mean, spoilers, I think we know where he is. But I do like that there is a little bit here, in case you had not done the dungeon yet, that this is a little surprise. I'll bet that we're going to get a quest to go do the dungeon, which will give me an opportunity to show you guys a bit of redemption for myself, since I have done that dungeon on High Mythic Plus now at this point.
What? Hakar be missing too? Oh, no, no, no. This ain't good, man. Not good at all. So, what brings you to visit lonely old one Samdi?
So Hakar and Dambala be the ones gone missing? We'd better find out where they went. I got a bad feeling about this, man. Wild seeds don't just go missing, especially the kind with powerful lore in them. Even the bad eggs like Hakar and Dambala be protected by the Winter Queen. Someone or something must be stealing them. But why? They weren't even ready to be reborn. Search the area and see if you can pick up the trail. Missing lore will be bad for business, and one Samdi be in enough trouble with the boss already.
Don't you worry now. I'll never be far away.
Who's this boss you keep bringing up, Wansamdi? You've mentioned him before. Just saying. Ooh. Oh, we're gonna be putting the Death God mask on.
Oh, that mask be looking good on you, man. You remind me of me.
Thanks, Wansamdi. But I love that I actually put this mask on. Of course, you can't see it when I'm morphed, but whatever. Follow the trail.
Whoever leaving these tracks, them in a mighty hurry.
Let's go ahead and just... yeah.
I've got a bad feeling about these missing Loa.
Me too. We've already seen what's happened to one of them in the Tyrna Scythe dungeon. And of course we know what happened to Ursoc. And what almost happened to Ysera, so... I mean, they're pretty vulnerable when they are in those seeds.
The tracks be leading into that grove up ahead. Well, what you waiting for, man?
A Mwazala token?
That be the mark of Muzala. Oh, no, no, no. You're telling me the boss behind all this?
Mwazala is your boss?
Another day, another day.
The tracks leading to the grove up ahead. I got the feeling Hakar and Dambala be somewhere nearby.
Shoot! Remove ya.
These all be followers of Mwazala. Me shoulda known he be the one behind it all. Mwazala be the lower of death from long ago. It be him who raised up old Wansamdi. Him who made me a lower. That be before his worshippers started turning away from him. He always been a greedy one. But this... Mwazala be going too far this time. We gotta stop him, or he gonna take all the lower in Ardenweald.
Oh, that nasty old Loa be going too far.
Hakar and Dambala be somewhere in the grove. We need to hurry and find out what Mwazala be up to. Them two lower be mighty powerful on Azeroth. Powerful and evil. Who knows what Mwazala be planning for them? Search the Spirit Glen, find the missing lore, and see what Mwazala be mean to do.
See you soon. Real soon.
I was trying to save you, pal. I'm sorry. Okay, maybe it was a little overkill with the convoke, but whatever. I like how this feels very much like a setup for the story in the dungeon. This is something that I was talking about when I first went through both the Spires dungeon and the Other Side dungeon, was that it felt like there was story missing to set up going into that dungeon that we had not experienced yet. Oh hey, there's Damballa. And there's Hakar. High Priest Rakazodu? Interesting. But I think now we're getting some very critical and important info and story to kind of explain what was going on with us heading into the dungeon in the first place. Because I was like, how did we get to this point for both of those dungeons? I mean, now I have done the... at this point, I have finished the Kyrian campaign, so I know what happened there. That playlist will be getting upgraded. Will you two stop jumping behind me? Gosh, I hate that. We're gonna jump behind you. We're gonna jump behind you. We're gonna jump behind you. Stop that. Oh, my goodness. That is so annoying. You're trying to cast on them and they just keep jumping behind you, so you have to keep turning. Ugh. Anyways. I'm pretty sure that we are now going to be getting the story that we have been looking for. I'm going to hold off on encountering her because, well, she is part of the quest, but I don't know. I'm kind of wanting to see if what's going on with these two over here. Delora will awaken shortly. Bring more wild seeds to feed Delora.
Oh, you make a little time for me.
Drop a moon on your face. Oh my gosh. Stop it. Okay, you know what? I ain't got time for this.
That mean old Muzala be protecting Imloa while they feed on the wild seeds that be growing strong.
Okay. So that's what's going on with Damballa over here. What about Hakar over here?
Muzala be draining the wild seeds to raise up Hakar and fill him with dark mojo.
Huh. So Muzala is trying to bring Hakar back, but Delora will serve their new master. Muzala commands it, so they will have Hakar under their command. That's bad. Me talking to Bonsandi broke my cover. Okay, enough.
Hello. You come to make a deal, eh?
Let's try and deal with this high priest over here. Mozala will have your soul for this!
You see the power me be giving me followers, one Sunday. Too bad you betrayed old Vazala. Now we be enemies.
Okay. Let's get to a safe place before we talk. Abe Wansamdi.
See you soon.
Nope. They still saw me.
Real soon.
Stop chasing me! Stop it! Okay, now we can talk.
What you be asking of death?
You did good, but this be far from over.
Sooner or
It
later.
all be making sense now.
Come.
Mozala be draining Anima out of the other wild seeds, so he can be waking Damballa and Hakar before their time. The Winter Queen gotta be told about this before it is too late.
Remember now.
The boss be putting together an army of terrible lore. Hakar and Damballa may only be the beginning. How'd the boss get so strong? I not be seen him use power like this before. The Winter Queen not be fond of old Bonsamdi, but we gonna need her help to stop Mozala. You be friendly with the Queen, no? If she be willing to rally her forces, we might be able to stop Mozala before it be too late. Head to the heart of the forest and speak with the Queen. She be our only hope now.
Don't you? We best be getting the Winter Queen's help if we're gonna stand up to old Mozala.
I agree. Now, of course, we all remember Hakar.
You like?
I'm trying to remember where we would remember Damballa from, because he's playing up that Damballa is supposed to be like just as bad as Hakar. It's kind of like, I'm like going, oh gosh, like when did we ever encounter Damballa? Hold on, I'm gonna double check this in case those of you who are also wondering, like, who was Damballa? Okay, Damballa is a troll Loa that is first mentioned in Shadowhunter Taijin's ability called Blessing of Damballa. Okay. This is funny, a lot of what we know is like, there's like nothing before Shadowlands. Apparently he's new, but Bonsamdi's talking him up as if he's just as bad as Hakar. At an unknown point in time, Damballa was killed and his soul was sent from Azeroth to the Shadowlands. Okay? It's basically like just saying that. So apparently we know nothing about Damballa. Apparently Damballa's like brand new, but I'm guessing he's like, what, the Loa of Cobras or the Loa of Snakes? I mean, he was a Cobra there. But the fact that Bonsamdi is talking him up as if he's just as bad as Hakar was, which we all know how horrible Hakar was. Oh my gosh, Hakar was mean and nasty. And kind of messed up.
The only danger in the woods.
I need to speak with the Queen.
Never.
Hey, what you say, Ice Queen? Been a long time, eh? But this tree looking good. I like what you done with the place.
What is the meaning of this intrusion?
mortal.
Look, Your Majesty, I totally understand. Him being the lower of death and all that. I get it. He's not exactly the nicest guy. But he's also not the worst. There's actually some good stuff to him. Some good qualities. I can vouch for him. Just hear us out, okay? Would you at least be willing to hear us out?
The drought beleaguers.
I am here on behalf of Bwansamdi. He needs our help.
The wind
Hey, now,
shall
Your
not
Majesty. I come in peace. We need to be working together if we're gonna beat old Mozala.
The quarrels of Loa are no concern of mine. Do not involve Ardenweald in your petty squabbles.
No, you got this all wrong. The boss be stealing the lure from their sleep, and... You be running to the Winter Queen with your problems now? Some lure of debt you be, Bwansamdi. Making deals instead of taking what be yours. Your time be done, your power be spent, and now old Mozala be coming to collect.
That sounds bad. Also, it says something that apparently he's listening in on all of this.
I grant you an audience, mortal.
I am not eager to do any favors for Bwansamdi, but Mozala's actions cannot be ignored.
Go.
Loath as I am to aid Bwansamdi, Mozala must be made to answer for his crimes. We will eradicate his worshippers and drive them from the forest before they cause more harm. Rally the groves and muster the wild hunt. Ardenweald has need of its protectors. Make haste, huntsman.
Rally the nearby groves, then seek out Lady Moonberry at Tiernanock.
Alright.
Another day, another day.
So what will you do about Mozala?
Looks like I'm gonna have to settle the score with the boss, once and for all. Mozala be mighty strong and plenty mean, but don't you worry about old Bwansamdi. This old Loa still got a few tricks up him sleeve. But when you finish helping the Winter Queen, maybe you come on over to the other side, just check in on your old friend, eh?
Don't worry, I'll be there to help you.
The forest provides.
Alright, so we have to go around and rally a few places. So, we're gonna have to go to a few places around Ardenweald.
Speak plainly.
While I'm there, I may as well also show you guys the treasure that you can get when you channel the Anima Conductor into this specific area. This is one of the chests that you can get that has the grateful offerings in there that you can use towards getting some of the stuff from the Renowned Quartermaster. It involves a puzzle that it took me a while to figure out what to do, and now it's like, okay, the trick is just simply looking for them. Once you know what to look for and what to do, it actually becomes relatively easy. So we'll do that in just a second. The treasure is up here. It's this thing right here. However, in order to activate it, you have to go around and five of these lunar light pods that are in the area. You really just have to come into contact with them and activate them. Let me see. Ah, here's one right here. It's this plant right here. Once you come into contact with it, then it has this animation right here. That's all you really need to do, is just look around for them, find 5 of them, activate them, and then you can be able to access the treasure. The trick is just simply looking for them, and one of the ways to tell is that little butterfly or moth that you can see kind of floating around it. That's one of the ways to try to visually indicate where it is, because otherwise it can be a little hard to see with all, you know, the way this area is. But yeah, see, here's another one. That's 3. Okay. These are not the same places it was before, so it looks like it changes every time I want to access one of these. So it's going to take a little bit of running around to make sure I can do this every time. But if I want to get some of the rewards from the Renowned Quartermaster, I'm going to have to do it. Alright, so here's another one. That's 4. Let's see. That's one I activated earlier. So there's a 5th one around here. Where is it? It's usually going to be within this area. So this, like, rest area. I don't think that's one of them. No. It's not that large of an area, so it shouldn't be too hard to actually find all 5 of them. If you just kind of like take the time to kind of really look around. Sometimes they put them in tricky spots. I saw this with one other treasure. I was just like, oh, you sneaky little devils, putting it over here, you know? Okay, let's go ahead and just let him know.
Foes of the forest, beware.
The forces of Mozala have invaded Ardenweald.
Let your instincts guide you.
The Winter Queen can count us to defend Ardenweald. We must defend the grove! This last one is tricky. I thought maybe it was hidden up there, like it was a little hidden path. Doesn't look like it. But yeah, I can't even try to access it until I find the 5th one. I found 4, but until I find that 5th one, I'm not gonna be able to do so. Oh, it was over here. It was actually outside. Okay, that was a little deceptive. Got it, though. Alright. You also get some Court of Night rep for that. Alright. Next location.
See anything of use?
Evil has no place in these woods. Good hunting.
Okay. And now Hibernal Hollow.
Welcome to the grove.
I trust your hunt goes well.
All belong to the cycle.
I can't even see if there's anything to get there. Alright, let's now...
Farewell.
Oh, hold on. We are meeting Moonberry over here, which, I mean, the other side dungeon is right over here, so makes sense. You know, it's funny, there are times I find myself debating whether or not to hop on a mount or just simply use my travel form. Which, in case there are those of you who are wondering, why'd you make it a cheetah instead of the stag form? I mean, I can still use the stag form. But honestly, I just thought the idea of being a cheetah was just really cool.
What can I do for you?
You're just in time. The Wild Hunt is locked in battle with Mozala's forces. The Winter Queen has commanded us to drive Mozala's forces out of Ardenweald. This won't be an easy battle. The Deathloa's army is strong, and several of our hunters have been gravely injured. Can we count on you to turn the tide in our favor? Aid our fallen allies and vanquish Mozala's minions.
Mozala's forces are more entrenched than we expected. Help the Wild Hunt clear them out.
Notice that his forces are these skeletons called decaying soldiers. Okay, why is it now doing this avoid status? Let me drop a moon on your face. Boy, these are a lot of forces. Oh, gosh. Oh, they hurt. Ow, they hurt. Okay. Oh, I got sent all the way back here. I can't really tell if the forces of Ardenweald are actually doing anything against them, or if it's just me. Oh, boy. I may have to actually switch to Guardian for this. Though what's funny is I haven't set up my Guardian Soulbind or any of that. But then again, I don't think I've actually even collected really anything. Like, I've got one Feral one here, one for Resto. Haven't really gotten that many conduits yet on this Druid. I'm sure that'll change once I start doing some other stuff. Before this, I was actually able to get to 145, which means I can actually now queue for these 4 dungeons, because you need to be 144 in order to even queue for them. So I wouldn't have been able to do the other side until I got to 144, which I can do now. Alright.
I have many, many wares. Good fortune to our friend.
Okay. Oh, hey, look. See, she's fighting, but is she actually doing anything? That's why I don't really know. Treat their wounds.
In nature, all are one.
How about I bring these over here while you tank for me? No, you're just gonna let them attack me? Okay, these guys hurt! Oh my gosh! Huh. You can tell I haven't even set this up. Ugh. Ugh, man. I have got to remind myself that those tricksters hurt. And of course, they're extremely annoying, just constantly jumping behind me. There's just... They seem to be those little annoying types of villains that you just can't stand. They're not overwhelmingly powerful, they just seem to be very annoying, and when they get numbers, all of a sudden they just kind of kill you unsuspectingly quickly. I'm not going to quite compare them to the pygmies from Diablo 2, or the other ones from D3. But I'm well aware that usually when you ask somebody, what's your least favorite enemy to go against in Diablo 2, a lot of people's answer is the pygmies from Act 3. You know, like, I think they're, what are they called? The, oh gosh, what were they actually called? Everyone basically refers to them as the pygmies that shoots the poison darts and such, and I forget what they're actually called. But yeah, I'm just gonna ignore the tricksters and just simply
many deals for a friend of the Grumbles.
Go after these guys here. I say that, and then one shows up to just be annoying.
Like Dumbala's here as well. Fighting Aloa won't be easy, but I've got just the trick to help.
Really? So I'm gonna get to fight Dumbala? Well, okay then. This seems kind of... This almost seems like a missed opportunity. But it also feels... Maybe I took too much out of hearing Bwansamdi play up who Damballa was. Because he made it sound as if Damballa was on par with Hakar in terms of how powerful, and in terms of how bad. But now we're about to apparently take out Damballa right now. Ooh. A majestic rune stag. Ooh. Huh. Okay.
You could probably use a little help, huh?
The Wild Hunt can handle pushing the rest of them out of the forest. Well done.
One someday we let mortals fight his battles. Me always knew he be a coward.
Can I just also say I like Muazala's voice actor and design? You know, I really enjoyed this when we were going through the dungeon, which I'm sure I'll get to show you guys in just a bit. Probably in the next part, based on how this is going. Muazala's forces are routed, and it's only a matter of time before the Wild Hunt completely purges them from Ardenweald. But something tells me that the struggle between Bwonsamdi and Muazala is far from over. That creepy little mask has gone silent. You should hurry back to the heart of the forest and report to the Winter Queen. She'll decide what we do next.
Is that all?
Good hunting! The Queen will be pleased to know we've driven Muazala out of Ardenweald.
Yeah, but Bwonsamdi... I guess maybe that's also why if you're going to use another Loa right there that is going to be fighting against us, I guess that's why you would then use one we've never heard of before as opposed to like a bigger name we do know, because then it would feel like they just kind of toss it away, you know?
We are no strangers to difficult choices.
Welcome news indeed. I will not soon forget Muazala's transgressions.
Muazala will pay dearly for the destruction he has wrought. Those spirits were under my care. As for Bwonsamdi, his fate is not my concern. Aid him or not, as you desire. I must attend to Ardenweald.
Understood.
The hunt has been called, and I have answered.
So let's see.
I am pleased to see you, my friend. There is news I would share with you.
Really?
I am bound to both the dream and the moonless night.
Okay, so this continues what's
must
going
be
on
preserved.
there. I find myself wondering... Because I would have thought the quest would have popped up here in the Order Hall to be like, hey, maybe you should go help Bwonsamdi. However, just so I can actually show it to you, because I checked this once before, I'm going to go ahead and do it right now.
Do we strike?
Just to show you where you can find this quest. And hey, if they don't want me to go help him, fine. I'll just go help him myself. Like I said, Bwonsamdi is not the nicest of guys. But there are some good things about him. to the point where I actually want to help him. There were times where he actually did help us in BFA, and he's wanting to kind of do the same thing here. So we may as well return the favor. So I mentioned this in the video that I did quite some time ago about the dungeon, about where you could actually find the mask up here if you were trying to get the quest of, hey, go to the dungeon and do the dungeon, you know? Now, you'll still get the quest for going in there the first time, which I of course can do and share when we go there, so. Now, like in the Kyrian campaign, when we did the Spires dungeon, I don't think I'll be able to entirely show all the story about that dungeon because, as I've mentioned, it keeps doing this thing where it actually takes out that speech box you see after you've experienced it for the first time and just kind of skips over it. Even though I don't want it to, I want to be able to have that option. But there seems to be this thing, at least it seems like a new thing in Shadowlands, where once you've experienced something for the first time, if you do it on repeats, it just automatically skips it for you. Which makes trying to showcase this on other characters, or, you know, as if let's say you go through this the first time on your own, and then say you want to do this as part of an actual, like, playthrough or something, it makes it a little hard to showcase the story. Alright, so, right up here, way up here, where we first entered, here's his mask.
Oh, you missed me.
Hey there, you just be the Druid I've been looking for. It be your old pal Samdi reaching out to you from the other side. I be having a little problem over here with the boss. You be looking mighty bored just standing around here in Ardenweald. Why don't you come to the other side and help out an old friend? Samdi promise you gonna make it worth your while. You might want to bring a few more adventurers with you, just to be safe.
See you soon. Real soon.
So his mask takes off. Alright. It still feels a little strange. Now, it became very clear to me that there was going to be... It seemed like there were going to be 3 major things that we were going to be dealing with in the Ardenweald campaign. Bwansamdi, Mozala, and the Loa, the Night Warrior stuff with Tyrande, and the Drust. Remember, the Drust was something that we encountered questing here, and we're getting a follow-up to our time with the Drust in BFA. So, I know the looking at the list here is a little spoilery, but it seems like we are not going to be going back to deal with stuff in regards to Mozala and Bwansamdi until later. So, I don't know if an actual quest in the campaign is going to pop up to go do that, but regardless, I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys the dungeon again in the next part. Partly as a way to also redeem myself for the last time that I showed it to you, where I was going through the dungeon for literally the first time and didn't know the fights. Since then, I've gone through this dungeon several more times, including on Mythic Plus. So I definitely know what to do in those fights. Probably, I think at this point, my least favorite fight in this dungeon, even though I do love this dungeon, but I think my least favorite fight in this is the dealer Zayexa fight, just with the way it's kind of set up. The other fights are fine. I like the other fights, but that one, plus that area just getting to that boss is quite annoying and frustrating, at least on Mythic Plus. Normal, it's not really that bad, but woo boy. Anyways, so when we return, we will be heading to the other side to help out our old pal Bwansamdi. Stay tuned.